Hey guys, Ninja Guy VR here, and as you might know, I'm super excited for the release of Alien Rogue Incursion. We're receiving a nice handful of quality games during the holidays, and this is one of them. A lot of people were excited about the new trailer show during the San Diego Comic-Con, but the interesting stuff was the little bits and pieces that you learned from a handful amount of interviews done after the official panel was done. Before we start, I just want to give a big shout out to Mr. Lord Beavis for gathering most of the sources that I've used, and I'll put them in the description of the video if you'd like to take a look. Today I would love to share you everything that we know about Alien Rogue Incursion. Let's get started! So let's first start to talk about all three trailers that released for the game so far. The first trailer popped out of nowhere back in April of this year to make the official announcement of the game. It didn't show much, just the name of the game, and a nice image of a small protagonist on top of a planet with a big alien on top overpowering them. We've also learned that the game is being developed by Survios, who also released games such as Creed, Rise of Glory, and The Walking Dead Onslaught. The game would be released on PlayStation VR 2, MetaQuest 3, and Steam VR, and was coming during the holidays of 2024. Even if the trailer didn't show much, there was a lot of talks about it in my inner VR circle. No other information was revealed until we then learned that we would get a new trailer during the PlayStation State of Play in May. The trailer was much more exciting since it was showing glimpses of gameplay. We knew now that the game is in some kind of space station, you have a pulse rifle, and a scanner to detect aliens around. The trailer ends with the reveal of an alien who jumps and attacks you. Sadly, due to the trailer being presented to a non-VR audience, and the trailer not being the quality of what a trailer should be, it was not received too well and there was a lot of questions on how the quality of the game is presented. In parallel of the second trailer release, we've received a nice interview with Chief Product Officer of Survios, Jefferson, who gave us more information. From the interview, you could see that he is very passionate about the IP. We've learned from this interview that they've created a quote-unquote dynamic spawn system for the game. He explained that depending on what you do in the environment, you may get more aliens coming at you if you're not being careful by knocking some stuff down and being clumsy or knocking down doors. So from my understanding, we could absolutely get a different type of experience by playing the game multiple times. We've also learned that the game is an action horror game with survival elements. It is an original story, and the game is meant to be played in shorter increments. Now with that information given, a lot of people started assuming that this would be a roguelite, but it's actually a narrative experience. It was mentioned during an interview done post-panel at the Comic-Con, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Now onto the exciting part. The third trailer was announced to be revealed during the San Diego Comic-Con event. Not only that, but there was a panel planned out afterwards and there was a few interviews done before and after with some very nice information. Let's start by talking about the trailer. I can't say that this is the absolute best trailer that we got so far. The game reveals the protagonist, which is Zula Hendrix. This is a character that first appeared about 7 years ago in Aliens Defiance, a limited comic book series with only 12 issues. We see her coming up on the screen, reloading her gun, and then goes into first person showing some great details of the game. The quality of the trailer is something that I first noticed. It's way better than the previous and they've put a lot of effort showcasing some great scenes of the game. We of course see the pulse rifle and the scanner again, but then we see a revolver, we see a shotgun, we see a scene where Zula is welding a door, and we also see a little bit of action with the aliens. Very exciting, and this has absolutely brought me more hype for the game. The things that Zula says during the trailer brings me chills up my spine. From the comics, Zula is known to be a trained hunter. She knows her way around them. But she recorded a diary and mentioned that she found exactly what she was looking for, the infestation. But to her surprise, everyone there is dead. She then proceeded in saying that she won't be coming out of this alive, and there's no doubt in her voice. Just knowing how badass and how much experience she has, it's just crazy hearing her say that. I must say that I'm very much invested in this story. Unfortunately, the panel was not recorded, but we did get information from sources and a few interviews before and after. LaughingPlace.com attended the panel and gave us some nice information along with some pictures taken. Zula Hendrix will be voiced by Andian Winslow, who made voices in games such as Starfield, Saints Row, and Call of Duty. We've also learned a little bit more about the story, where she'll be accompanied by Davis One, a synthetic partner. The writer of the story is Alex White, which is known for writing 2 Alien novels already. During an interview, Alex has confirmed that the story will be canon, meaning that it will be part of the official Alien world. Alex has also confirmed that the game will be coming in December, a little bit more precise than just saying the holidays. Other credits revealed are Tate Mosesian as the art director, mostly known for his Uncharted work, Sarah Baron as the composer, who did some work in Death Stranding and Call of Duty, and Eugene Elkin as a developer of Survios. Now, the interesting part was the post-interviews after the panel. All of the presenters gathered up and did a bunch of interviews with the journalists, and some very cool little bits and pieces were revealed. The first interview that I watched was with TK Jefferson, and here are the major points that I took from it. The aliens are very intelligent, and the AI is something that they focused on a lot during the development. The game will include manual reload and manual door opening, which means that the game was 100% crafted with VR in mind and will bring a lot of immersion. The game has been in development for almost 3 years, which is a decent amount, especially for a VR game. The game will include head haptics for PSVR 2. This is always a nice addition for the platform. He was also very enthusiastic about making more games in the Alien series, so if the game does well, we will most likely see some more. The second interview was with Alex White, with some very nice information here also. Here's what they said. Even though Zula Hendrix is already an existing character in the Alien world, you don't need to know anything about her. Alex said that the narrative was written in a way where you don't need to know her background to enjoy the game. There will be Easter eggs in the game that will reference previous things from the franchise. You will be rewarded by exploring every nook and cranny. There will also be lore to be found with the equipment that you have, the creatures, and some of the lore will be told through emails that you find within the game. Now here is when it becomes a lot more interesting. The third interview watched was with Tate and Eugene, and they mentioned a lot more details about how the game works. Here's what they said. There will be comfort options in the game, such as snap turning and vignettes if needed. I believe that smooth walking and smooth turning will be the default controls. The game is a narrative experience. For example, there will be a situation where you won't be able to move your arms, and some narration will be happening during that time. Even though they mentioned that this is a narrative game, I believe that this is more of an action-adventure with a story to it, just by how everybody from the team explained how the game works. There will be moments where you'll be in the dark, and you will need to proceed through rooms with a flashlight to show the way. The game will be an 8 hours experience, but there will be completionist elements such as secrets and exploration that will make the game last longer. There will be ammo scarcity, and you will need to be conservative with your bullets. So yeah, we've got a lot of information now, and honestly, I'm crazy excited for this title, and I hope that you are too. This is all the information that I know so far about the game. Please share in the comments if you do know some extra bits of information about the game, as I'm definitely hungry for more. And please let me know your level of excitement of the game and if this video was useful, as this is the first time I do this type of format. But anyway guys, thank you so much for sticking until the end. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content from a passionate VR gamer. See you next time!